I have never finished an Animal Crossing island. You heard me right. It is 2023. I have had the game since launch, and I have never finished an island. This island that we're standing on right here, affectionately and honorarily named Evermore, this is the island that I've had since release. And it has never been finished. It has gone through many phases, seen many different aesthetics, and has never been completed. So, I'm finishing it in 13 days. Is this possible? Is it going to happen? I don't know, and we will find out. But before we know and before we find out, I should introduce you all to Camp Cor Evermore. So, looking at our map, from resident services over to the left is going to be the residential / suburban side of the island. I've never done city type island or anything before, so this is new for me. I've been having a lot of fun with it. And then from resident services over to the right, I imagine it becoming more foresty and maybe even a little spooky. We'll see. Looking at our villagers, for now, we do have a few permanent residents, including Genji, probably Fauna, Deirdre, and Bones. And while I do love Bo for a fall island, I have so many deer villagers. And I'm also not the most fond of lazy villagers. So sorry, Bo, your days on Evermore are numbered. Obviously, we're not starting this island from scratch, so let me show you what we're working with so far. After going from aesthetic to aesthetic, this is what my island looks like as of now. Heading over here to the left, we're come across first this little farmer's market area. I've always wanted to have a little farmer's market. That little custom design on the typewriter in the back, that's my favorite thing about this place so far. And right behind it, we have Able Sisters. I got some custom designs and put them in front to have a little display. If you know, you know. And speaking of custom codes, I will eventually have a document with all those codes in them. It's just currently in progress. But now we're at Nook's Cranny. I gotta say, I do absolutely adore how easy it is to make these residential spaces look full. I feel like I've tried natural so many times and it's so hard to fill it up. But here's resident services. We stand for our flag. Oh, and it looks like Bam wants to talk to me. Hey there, Bam. Well, unfortunately, while his forever home is not on Evermore, I do absolutely love Bam, and I have his amiibo, so he's not going to be gone forever. This channel will see him again, but he just doesn't fit the vibe, you know? Now, if we head up this little incline by resident services, it brings us over to this side. This is where our two residents on the island live. Myself and the little character that I made for my boyfriend, Alex. These two houses we'll come back to in just a moment. I'll explain more about that. But for now, this little area connects back down to our market area. This little space just kind of blends in the city and natural elements. This is kind of an area that I did to model the rest of the outskirts of the city after. All right, so moving along, coming back up to these spaces to give them some more time. This house is my boyfriend's, Alex's, except we spelled his name funny just because that's cute and it's something that he likes to do. But this is going to be his house after I finish paying off his loans. And he's going to run our island bakery. Now, heading over here to the right of that, on the other side of this little pathway, is my house. I'm going to have a cute little cafe. I do eventually want to redo the outside of my house because I feel like it's a little bit too cottagecore-y, too log cabin-y. Featuring me shooting down a balloon because it always bothers me when people don't do this in their videos and they ignore the balloons that go by. So I told myself I wouldn't do that. All right, and yep, here's our incline again that leads to resident services. But moving on, if we go behind resident services, this is our little park area. I'm not sure how I feel about the space, so it might get redone someday, but for now I think it gets the job done. It does a good enough job, so for now it can stay. There's also this little incline here, which leads to what is currently the tree/bush storage area. But as our little oinkoid here suggests, I want this to become a farm area eventually. And then up this way, I just have some staggered bridge that lead back to the secret beach. That whole area is kind of a work in progress, so I won't go back up there right now. But now heading across from this little incline and sort of behind the cafe here, we got a little broken path that leads up to this space. It used to be a land bridge, but I didn't like how much of the neighborhood you could see from here, so I might change it a little bit, and I'm not sure if this will stay. But something that I do love and am sure will stay is this little playground area. It might get moved if I can't find a way to connect it to something, but now we're over here in our little neighborhood. So these two house spots that I have mapped out here will be where Tom's and Fauna's houses go. The only villager that won't be in the neighborhood is Genji, and that is because he's going to be our farmer. He's always had a farm for as long as I've had the game. He's been my starter villager. He's always had farms, so that trend will continue. But now we're walking through the neighborhood. You can see I did the little pergolas where they intersect here. And besides that, the villager yards are mapped out. They just need a little shaping. So expect that video. I'll have that up at some point. That's something I really like to do on camera. But yeah, these villager houses aren't even decorated yet, and I already want to live in this neighborhood. And if we look to our left, we will see crop storage beach. We ignore crop storage beach for now. All right, the last on the neighborhood to-do list is this little like awkward space between the waterscaping and the cliff, but yeah, then it leads back up here to our little cafe, bakery sort of area. All right, and we are pretty much done with the tour of the island. This is kind of what we're working with here. I mean, we've got 13 days, give or take, depending on when this video comes up, to finish this island, and I'm really excited. I've never finished an island before. This is new to me, so I'm excited to have a little community here, not only to follow along with this journey, but also to hold me a little bit accountable, so that way maybe we actually finish an island. Well, yeah, that's all I've got for you now, and I hope you guys will join me later this week for our first speed build. Bye!